the stream got cut off. It was easy. It took a minute or two. I'll tell you what some of the things I love about it. Early voting happens in fewer locations. So I just early voted in a library. So I love everything about it. I'm feeling good to be at the library, and it's all public. My precinct, so sometimes precincts vote in schools or libraries, or mine is in a church. Now, there's nothing, they're just volunteering the space. They're just offering the space. And then the people who run the election are volunteers who probably have nothing to do with that church. So there's nothing wrong with it, but I just don't like it as much as I like the fact that I just voted in a public library. I like the government more than I like churches. That's me. Not everyone feels that way. So I voted. The weight is off my shoulders. It feels good. I'm walking home, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'll go get ice cream. I don't know why I'm streaming today. I just thought I would show myself voting. I guess to show how easy it is, because as of this morning, I wasn't entirely sure who I was going to vote for. I checked the recommendations of other elected representatives that I support, Democrats. I checked, a few days ago, I did do a little bit of research on judges. Oh no, was that this morning? Anyway, all told, I probably did less than 30 minutes of research and then less than 2 minutes to vote. And I like all of that I just said. That's what I like about democracy, representative democracy. And I want to keep it. The problem in the US right now is that one of the two parties does not want to keep democracy if and when they lose. That's not democracy. The right way to deal with losing elections is to say, either how can we get more of the people who agree with us to show up, or if there aren't enough people who agree with us, and there really aren't enough conservatives in this country. I mean, even though every election is like almost 50-50, the higher the turnout, the more conservatives lose. So they try to make voting impossible for some people, and that's just not stable for a society. The reason a democratic society is supposed to be stable is that you know the elections are free and fair, and therefore when you lose, you say, well, a majority of my neighbors seem to feel otherwise, so ideally you would talk to people about why you feel that way. The existence of gays is a perfect example. About 20 years ago, people were passing gay marriage bans in states, and now some of those states, the Supreme Court happened in between, but some states have rescinded them or voted to uphold. It's just, you work to change public opinion. You don't try to rig the vote. You either change public opinion or you change your views to fit more of what people want. It should be the ultimate free market without any well, I was going to say without any of the things that make capitalism a mess, but it has the same things because we allow money as speech. That was a terrible Supreme Court decision in the case Citizens United. I think I'll go play an instrument. There's a park that I love a couple blocks from here. I'll just divert there, extend my walk a few blocks. There's a red flag. It's faded, but it looks just decorative. What the heck is it? Come on, breeze. It just looks like a bunch of trees. I have no idea what that is. Sometimes people even talk about like the free market of ideas. And so democracy should be people voting in a free market of ideas in which alternatives are discussed. It doesn't happen as well as it should because of money, and people who have money have very specific politics, and then they put on ads and people think that, oh, I agree with this, or they own an entire news network or whatever. So there are problems, but there's a stupid famous old quote like, democracy is the worst system to live under, except for all the other ones. Something like that. I guess that makes it second worst. First worst is a tie. Every other one that's not democracy. Second worst is democracy. I mean, this is an example of a church that might be a precinct and they would just have a hall open in the bottom. Okay, let's play all the instruments. Obviously, two hands would be a benefit there. Is there a mallet for this? And this one's my favorite. Although that was pretty awesome. So maybe, I don't know if this will be better or not. Just because they're closer together, so I can, let's say I only have one, so. Yes, I'm a spaz. Oh, that's like a really bad word, isn't it? I don't know. I have 15. I have 9 hours until I have to pick someone up. Well, there's people I sort of trust who are advocating the person I voted for, but they're also advocating somebody I didn't vote for, so whatever. I didn't really like those judges options, to be honest. I don't like voting for judges to begin with. Why am I streaming? I think I just want it to be part of my daily-ish life, like maybe 3 or 4 times a week, even if I have nothing to say. I'm just building a practice. There are things that I could do to welcome my guest, but I'm not going to do them because I don't have much energy or money. So, I mean, maybe I'll go to the grocery store. Yeah, I could do that. I was thinking after all this walking, I could go swimming. All this walking. I didn't do much walking, but sweating. It'd feel good to go swimming. I hate there's I need to get over my dislike of certain people that I might run into in my building, and also especially when I go swimming. Like, what's my problem, right? I mean, this is interesting. I'm streaming even though I don't have anything to say, and my issue with people in my building is that I feel like they want to talk, and I have nothing to say. There's pluses and minuses about swimming. One, you're in water, plus, minus, you're also out in the sun. So I might prefer to just take a shower and stay inside. I don't like loud vehicles at all. I mean, that's kind of an example for democracy. You can pass a law limiting the loudness of mufflers or whatever. And if more people support one or the other, then you just live with the results. The thing is, I know that there are loudness laws, there are sound ordinances, and they're not enforced. It's a difficult thing to enforce. So, without vehicle inspections, and those people don't like because it's a pain. You have to take your car somewhere on a regular basis and have it looked over. And I mean, that costs money. Yeah, so I guess there's probably no way to enforce loudness limits on vehicles. I'm hot. I'm overheated. I'm not going to go to the pool. I would get in a pool if I had somebody to talk to or a purpose or like hanging out, drinking, whatever. I don't have a purpose other than getting cool, which I can do in the shower or in the air conditioning. It might shut off again when I get inside my building, so if so, this time I don't think I'll come back. Next time it shuts off, I won't come back. Cute. I voted. I feel so good. I did not need a sticker. Stand up tall. Hey. I like to be alone in elevators. And I probably will get to be alone the whole way up. I'm not friendly. I'm not friendly. I'm not friendly. I mean, I've talked many times about different things that would be my ideal world, and we're never going to have it. But I accept the fact that the things I want are not the things that everybody else wants. Oh boy. It's only recently that the breeze is stronger than the heat, meaning that opening the door is acceptable. It's the first time I've opened that door in weeks, if not months. So I'm still streaming. It didn't drop off. Now what do I do? For one thing, I can throw away all this voting paper waste. Yeah, so I wouldn't have did I leave these on? Yes, I did. I left them on. But at least it's paper, and paper actually is recyclable. I could take that out right now while I'm thinking about it. Oh yeah, I think I'll get a shower and then go to the grocery store. The breeze is good, but it's only good when you're out here. It's still kind of like bringing humid air inside. Oh, it feels so good though. Oh wow. I think I'm gonna stop streaming because I'm bored. I need to use my phone to entertain me. I don't have anything to say much. Did I ever finish my point on memory? That I didn't need, in this case, I didn't need to fill out my sample ballot. I didn't need to know the exact names of the people I was voting for or how to spell them. All I needed to know was who they were in relation to the others in their group. And so when I see the group, I'm like, I know which one is my choice. And that makes sense to me. And I don't know if it doesn't make sense to others. But for example, like I don't remember people's addresses. I just remember where their place is in relation to how to get there. And that includes like my mom. And sometimes that's a problem because sometimes I'm supposed to sign in at her building and I am always like, I don't know where she lives. I know my address because I have to write it down, but I mean, a great example of this is like if I follow directions to some place that I've never been to before, that may be hard to get to, I don't need to do anything to find my way back. I just can mentally reverse. And then like I could probably find it again without having to look at the directions again. And that has nothing to do with knowing street names or house numbers. That sounds like bragging. That's stupid. Told you I didn't have anything to say. Oh, because I was talking about memory. I'm just saying that I think that memory is, like everything else, relative, and I can remember what I want, and maybe now that I've voted, I might forget who I voted for, because all I needed to remember it for was this moment that's passed. And then, I mean, but I won't. My memory's not that quote-unquote bad. But because I will have to vote again in November. And some of these names, this was a primary for some. But in November, I will just vote for the Democrat in every race. And if there are nonpartisan races, I'll vote for whoever the Democrats recommend, and that's what makes parties work. Otherwise, it doesn't work. I gotta go. Gotta go do something. Bye. Have a great day.